company, always on the run. A destiny, oh, it's the rising sun. I was born a shotgun in my hands, but I look good. I'll make my final stand. And that's why they call me.
And welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's been a really interesting day for me. Had some ups and downs before we even got the show started, and the update notes. I want to spread some prayers out to Z-Man. Unfortunately, in February he lost his wife, and yesterday at 3 a.m. Well, technically this morning at 3 a.m. There was a fire at his house, and he lost everything. So, big prayers out to him. I'm so sorry for what's going on, and hopefully the future brings much brighter stuff for you. And then Iron, he's not feeling 100% by any means. He's supposed to be in bed resting, not in YouTube, but of course.
Go to bed, Iron.
Thank you. Of course, he's Iron. He doesn't listen to his doctors, never mind us. So. So, Iron, go lay down. I promise we can live one night without you. He even tried to get on the panel, and I said no. I mean, the guy is definitely tough, but he needs to rest. So, on that note, let's introduce the panel. I do have a mighty bunch tonight. I do have the Black Hydra. I got Killer B. I got Champ. I got the Rebel Outlaw. I got Killer Queen. Dum-dum-dum. Pizza in the house, Socrates, the immortal Dr. Phil, of course, Ghost Rider, and me, Roy Boy. Now, he has to watch. See, he says it right there. Have to watch, you know me. Yes, he does not miss a trick. So, normally on a Thursday after the event, we cover the event. And everybody goes to board in tears and falls asleep. So I'm not doing that. We all know what the event was. Was not exactly something exciting. So I don't think covering it again would be exciting. So we're going to go right into the downtime and release notes. And, of course, I have the Dr. Phil that's going to be the lucky one to read them for us. Whenever you're ready, Doc.
I don't hear any feedback. That'd be great.
Where is that feedback coming from?
I'm looking for it. I don't see it. It's coming from you, Roy.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, Roy. I see it.
I do not see where it could be coming back from me.
Well, I can see it. Gone now.
It's got to be a YouTube hangout bullshit.
Okay.
It's Killer B's fault. Burn.
Okay, so we'll try this again. And we'll go bust out the Renee's and shut the fuck up. So, Commanders, the following changes and fixtures have been applied in the Thursday, September 27th update. Shadow Ops off job. Chapter 3 of Shadow Ops begins. Unlock Romero by earning more standard parts. Don't miss out on powerful new gunship tech. If they fix the fucking gunship, because we all know how that worked out. Raid update. The full list of diamond tech can be found below. New Bishop diamond tech, Chaplain diamond tech, Valiant diamond tech, Spartan diamond tech, Cyclops diamond tech, and Cerberus diamond tech. The following diamond tech has been removed from the raids. Bone Sword, Disruptor, and Sharpshooter diamond techs. And Ruby Reborn, we'll go over that in a minute. Ruby raises the priority of units causing damage. This means your units prioritize close by low priority units, causing damage to them further away high priority units. Huh?
The farther away, it doesn't matter.
Stop in there somewhere would have helped, Bernie.
We're going to go over that. We'll explain much more detail.
Yeah. Sentinel token bases. Seeker tokens have been replaced with Envoy tokens. Survivor token bases. The War Dog tokens have been replaced with Sharpshooter tokens. The Firetech bases will be spawning beginning September 27th after downtime. The Firetech bases are coming back. Bug fixes for this week. Fix an issue where equipping Phalanx and Sharpshooter Diamond Tech would sometimes result in a 2251 error. That is Snow Bear, for those who didn't know what that was. Fix an issue where the Forward Ops Spec Ops will deploy platoons from your base instead of from your deposit. The Forward Spec Ops will be returning to the gear store in future. Now, I'm going to, just a little thing, Forward Ops has been useless ever since you couldn't actually deploy something from your fucking depots in the first place, since they patched that because people were using it to cheat. Irrelevant Spec Op, along with every other fucking Spec Op in the game, bar about 3. Center the Blackouts hitbox to better line up with the in-game model. Way to fucking do that at a bad time. Fix an issue where the PvP air platoons were sometimes not available. This was being caused when there was a PvE battle in progress. Fix an issue where air platoons were unable to deploy due to capacity being wrong. Fix an issue where the gunship would not fire properly with Ruby turned off. Fix an issue where clicking on the ground after a gunship begins firing would prevent it from dealing damage. And fixed an issue where a moving target would prevent the gunship from shooting. Now, we actually have performance improvements, and I still hold these in some slight disregard. Performance improvements...
Bill, I'm going to be honest. I've been playing for the last since the maintenance, and I'll tell you what, you can see the difference and feel it.
I will take your word for it.
Yeah, why don't you load your game and see what happens?
Not a fucking chance. Home base load times have been improved in some cases by up to 50%, and initially, memory usage has been decreased upon loading the game.
I've noticed both of those.
Well, there you go. That's your update notes.
Yeah, but this is the one that I think is going to make Champ and a lot of people happy. Right there. That fix where you could your air stops deploying, that is there, and that is supposed to be fixed.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to test it yet, but I'm sure I will in
the future.
Near future.
So supposedly, if you're kicking somebody's ass now and you need just a little more air and it won't give it to you, that will not happen any longer. Supposedly, we will not see that problem anymore, which in my book is glorious. All right.
Should we go on to the next bit?
Does anybody else want to touch on anything else on this one real quick?
No.
Good job. Good job to Kickside, I guess.
Good job to Kickside with that performance improvement.
Oh, if you have played, you guys have noticed it, correct?
Yes, it's been better.
Much better. The going into your base, you don't have to wait a minute and a half before you can do anything. Coming out of going to the world map seems quicker. Loading the game seems a little quicker. A couple people I know that were having trouble loading the game recently have messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm getting in and out pretty good now." That's all good signs.
That's what he said.
So that's gonna go. Now here's the new Ruby stuff. I know I asked Phil to do this because this is directly from Storm Chaser.
So, Roy, quick thing. You need to present yourself.
I am presenting.
Every time.
If somebody, Randy, stop trying to screw with presents.
I didn't do anything this time.
It says
you were screen sharing. You didn't hit the present.
Yeah.
Now
there we go.
So now people can actually read the notes instead of looking at my ugly mug, even though it's only a picture.
This might get a little more complicated for everybody.
So this one is going to be a little bit more complex. I have read through this already, so I will try and make it as idiot-proof as possible.
Good luck with that one.
No shit. So in Operation Meltdown, we saw the return of Ruby. The return sees a suite of improvements in terms of both game appearance and functionality. She does look pretty weird, but it's always been that way, I suppose. But
she don't have any boobs.
No, she doesn't anymore.
Notice they took her boobs away.
Boobs away, and like now how the game works right. The hell?
No boobs in the game works. Well, somebody's not doing their job properly.
Wow.
She looks like a robotic form of the species.
Oh my god.
We as War Commander community demand titties. I'm just going to throw that bit out there.
Oh God.
Shit, man.
Only
People say,
you,
"Oh,
Bill.
God."
Only you.
Of course, I'm the only person that could get away with saying it, so I'm good. I'm good for that too. So here we go. With the next release, you should immediately see the refined appearance of the game's user interface. Across the board, all major UI systems have been revamped to provide a much more polished and streamlined experience. As you'll soon see yourself, War Commander has never looked so good.
Actually,
Pixel game.
notice a difference.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I comment on that
Yeah.
a lot in the game today. You can tell. I thought there was something wrong with my eyes, and like it was just the visual thing was so much brighter and much more clear. I thought it was like, what happened last night? That game 2020, 2040 or whatever, perfect vision overnight while drinking so much. I was like, what the hell? I thought it was my eyes, but yeah.
No.
No, your eyes did not deceive you.
Along with the visual improvements, you'll also find Ruby-controlled units behave much more intelligently. As the changes are subtle, they are best highlighted with a few examples. Units without a designated stance chase nearby enemy units up to a certain distance and then return to their original location. During their time traveling back, they would often not respond to being shot. This didn't make sense. With New Ruby, they will now re-engage enemies when attacked on the way back to their original location. The concept of high-priority units and how the AI interacted with these units was another area in War Commander that, at best, felt confusing, while at worst felt utterly broken. At this time, each of the three factions have at least one high-priority unit which Ruby would engage before other units. These units are Purifiers and Ardra, Hammers and Rolands, and Cerberus drones. This we all know. The high-priority units allows you to use these units to cover more for your fragile units. However, if one of these units exists in a player's base and an attacker let Ruby control their forces, the old AI would dive blindly into that base, ignoring turrets and other low-priority units that were firing at them along the way. Again, this didn't make sense and rightly led many players to be interpreting the AI as being broken and suiciding your units without firing a shot. The new Ruby AI will raise the priority of units that are firing at the unit, so in most cases it will return fire when it is engaged by other enemy units or turrets. However, if you are attacking with high priority units, you can still raise their priority to be higher than the firing units you want to protect by firing upon an enemy target with the high priority unit, thus raising their priority even higher than the low priority firing units. This will be how you will get your Purifier or Hammer to re-engage enemies that have started responding to incoming fire from low-priority enemies. However, the high priority of the Cerberus cannot raise their priority by firing because they cannot fire. As a result, their priority is being permanently raised to match the priority of standard units which are firing. This means that as long as you keep your Cerberus in front of lower priority units, its drones will provide cover for your lower priority units firing behind it. This makes the Cerberus the most reliable cover for your army when placed in front. Commanders that do not rely heavily on Ruby-assisted combat will see improvements with these changes. Rest assured that Ruby will never override player commands. Setting targets manually will guarantee your units will fire at that target until that unit's destruction or that unit receiving a new command. Setting a unit stance will never be overwritten. Instead, your units will respond more consistently to changing battlefield conditions. Units set to the fire at will stance will still target any high priority unit within the enemy base, but now, if fired upon en route, your units will respond to this fire and adjust their target to the new threat. In the end, the goal of these changes is to provide a more consistent experience when playing with or against Ruby-assisted units in all bases in the game, both PvP and PvE. Ruby-assisted gameplay has always meant to provide a viable approach to tackling enemy targets. In areas mentioned above, it will unfortunately fall short. Well, no, it unfortunately fell short. That's a past tense, my bad. With these AI changes, Ruby assisting gameplay is more viable than ever before. These changes will soon be testable yourself with this week's release. So, in context, Ruby now works properly. There, that's as idiot-proof as I could make it.
Tyrone and YouTube, I think this was rolled out after the downtime today. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It says this week's release, and it was posted yesterday, so yeah.
Yeah. So
it is viable now. So the only thing we could possibly do is test it.
Yeah, and I have yet to test any of the new updates other than the visuals. And I can tell you right now, the visual looks a lot better. I'm loading in my game right now, so I can't really give a description. But everything has like a silver lining around it, like your attack log, your damage log, whether or not you control depots. It all has like a bluish silver lining, and it's like it seems like it's a lot more clear.
Well, I mean, at this point in time, I mean, has anyone got any specific comments or questions that they need to ask, either on the panel or on YouTube, that I can attempt to answer anyway?
Let's give YouTube a couple minutes and find out.
Even the side chat in the game, it's like it's background. Yeah, it's crisp. Good adjective. Thank you.
Crisp is a good term.
I feel the overall visual is just amazing now.
The bases are labeled, you know, for the elite stuff, Omega, etc.
Yeah, I think everybody's gonna find
a nice change.
Better.
And I did hear someone comment yesterday. They did fix the leaderboard, so that's fixed. I'm pretty sure. As well.
Yeah, I have a lot of eye problems, and actually their adjustment visually actually has helped me with the gameplay better.
Yep.
Have you guys noticed the world, the sector map looks a whole lot better too?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly what I'm commenting on right now. It just looks like it's a lot clearer.
Seems like even the colors are more vibrant for some reason. I mean, just
it just seems brighter. Like wow.
Maybe it's CGI.
Maybe I'm drinking too much. I don't know.
This is the time to do an invasion. Now that you can get in, you can do stuff in your base a lot quicker. If they were ever going to have an invasion, I think this would be the time.
Yeah, we'll see about that. One of the things I'm really excited about this is if the gameplay is playing as well as they're saying up to 50%, that means when somebody's actually attacking you, you might be able to actually get into your goddamn base and defend it without getting that lovely spinning wheel from hell.
The spinning wheel of death, the white screen of electricity, and the black screen of doom.
And the red box of...
The red box of go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I love that red box, son of a bitch.
Well,
It's so fantastic.
Tyrone just said Ruby is not working. He has hit many bases since the update. Units now that you kill don't die straight away. There seems to be a lag problem where did units stay in battle for a couple seconds?
I just did a bunch of raids with my people. I didn't notice that. Just did a bunch of anti-missile bastion stuff. I didn't see any of that, but I will definitely keep my eye out for that, Tyrone. As a matter of fact, I'll probably go hit a couple of more bases to see.
Now, the question, are these, rogue
PvP
bases, or are these PvP?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was gonna.
Yeah, I haven't tested myself. The only bases I've done today is the Bastion bases.
I haven't noticed anything.
I haven't either, but we're gonna give it another go in a minute.
Yeah, the thing that I would make, like, I don't know, maybe a good test, because a lot of us use Herald in certain bases. You know how like some of us put Herald on Ruby.
Omega bases especially. Well, you know what, Tyrone? I'll take that challenge right now. I'll do an Omega base live.
Any specific base, Omega base, or?
You said Omega, so I'm gonna just go to probably the Omega Herald. I think that's still on the map. I wouldn't know.
I think they all are.
They are. Yes.
Yeah. I'll head there.
global chat, I tell you, I can.
There's one right outside my base. My screen share's still up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'll do it my style. No missiles. It takes a little time, but I can do this as quick as possible.
I can read global chat without reading glasses pretty clear. That's good.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing earlier, but I didn't want to age myself, so I didn't say that.
I mean, I can read it. I don't have to struggle. I still need the glasses, but going into the base, I don't notice anything different. But as second you get in the base, you can scroll around inside your base, which is awesome. Instead of 6 to 7 seconds for me, it's
I'll trust the key in this base in case you guys ever haven't witnessed me doing this base before.
Kill your shit, Roy. Put it on Ruby. Test it.
Fuck you!
Come on, dude.
Barrels are potent.
You might as well test Ruby at the same time. Get it all away with.
I'm not going to test Ruby today. I think.
Well, that's the whole purpose of the discussion here, because he was testing Ruby.
Not dying.
Looks like he's on Ruby anyway.
I'm not on Ruby.
Is she on you?
Come on, dude.
Why does everybody want me always to kill my shit? By the way,
Because it's funny.
Put that caretaker on fist.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but a whole bunch of shit is not doing as it's told. It's not getting off this shit
It's
right now.
perfectly doing what it's supposed to be doing.
He's having a 15-minute time.
Now put it on Ruby.
Why does Champ want me to kill my shit so bad?
Kill Roy's shit. Kill Roy's shit.
Well, the whole thing's about Ruby, whether or not Ruby works.
Yeah, that's what we want to know.
I'm not testing Ruby. He said units are not dying.
I said Herald and warping. It's just.
Well, everything that you've shot so far has died instantly.
That's because I know this base. I'm even trying something new just for this base, guys. Trying the envoys. I haven't ever tried them in here.
They seem to work.
So far, gotta watch out for the Audra though.
Try the new paper planes.
No!
I
don't even have them in my air system yet.
You all are welcome for
I
that.
actually don't even think I built one yet. I have plenty of Thor for it. I just haven't done it. I can hear it now. Kill your shit! Come on, Roy!
Oh, that was at the beginning of the show. Somebody on side chat actually said, "Kill Roy's shit."
You see that as long as I have Audra out, I'm not getting, the Herald's not giving a shit about me.
Yeah, Audra, she seems to always be a magnet. Like, she's always been that way.
She is the magnet. I appreciate her being that magnet.
Other than now with the Cerberus being the new guy.
Well, I mean, when she's always awesome to be like, that distraction. What was it?
Even look, you can deploy your shit right underneath, and that bitch don't come.
That's what he said.
Now, if you shot at one of those, it would come at you immediately.
Well,
you know what the takeaway from this is, right?
This base is now pretty simple.
No.
He's worse.
The dildos are going after Audra and her twat.
Oh my!
Oh,
he went there.
He went there.
I made the boob joke at the beginning of the fucking. But Champ has to take over and take it one step further.
That's actually 2 steps further.
All right, Rick G said they have upped the damage for the gunship.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
good
care.
enough.
I'm not impressed with the gunship in general. So,
hey, I'd like to comment on that too. That was pretty cool of the update notes. At least they included the prizes up front in the shot up, so that was pretty good. The only thing I'd say about that is the ratio of payout from of gold tech. This ratio because we've been getting such a messed up ratio when it comes to gold tech for these shadow op bases. I just hope they kind of fix that random system.
I mean, I think honestly,
you can call it random. I call it crap.
You think now one of those heralds is coming right for you?
Yes, but it'll turn around before I even have to worry about it. I'm more worried is where is she at and where are they at?
It
don't look like it's turning.
Let's turn around.
I'll get her down going because they seem to be wanting a piece of her ass pretty fast here.
Meow.
I'd like to see them, with the shadow up payout. Your first treasure box that pops up, it's a bronze tech. The second one's a silver tech, and your final one's a gold tech. You're guaranteed all three every time you run through it.
See, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
They should do that. They really should.
I think it
That'd
should be
a great
bronze,
idea.
silver, gold. Bronze, silver, gold. Every time you do a repeat, bronze, silver, gold.
The reason I turn around now is I want to hit this oil drum because there's a fucking railgun back there that you can barely see.
I mean, if you're doing a 95, you're not doing it. I mean, I personally haven't seen anyone do a 95 damage free. I haven't seen it. If somebody's out there, kudos, props on you, but I haven't seen someone do it
bitch.
damage
Look
free.
at me. Hey,
So if you
No, it's on you to run. They're coming for you.
Going back a year, I actually made a video of, I think it was a 95 Shadow Ops base.
She's talking about the new Shadow Op bases. You're not doing the new ones.
I'm just saying the old ones with the zombies. I actually made a video with absolutely 0 damage. I didn't take one single hit, and I was very proud of that video.
I remember that video.
Do you guys remember though? The zombies are back.
Yes, these Shadow Ops are going to be hated.
Mighty different now.
Well, you get this fire tech coming, so there's going to be some new shit too.
It's for the war rig, the blackout, and all that lovely stuff. Yes.
Well, you've also got a bunch of other units in the last year that's come across too, so there's going to be more of it.
I already did one of those with the DS and the Jug and the Caretaker, and those bases are cake.
Well, are they out now?
Yeah, they're out now, but they're still offering the same old stuff. And they haven't added anything new.
As you can see, I'm taking Audra, and these guys are going to chase the Audra.
They will. Yeah, now they will.
You got
and that's the base.
Ryan says he can do them, but he has to pay close attention with instant repair.
Look what I get.
Kudos on you, Ryan.
Thor.
Thor.
Everything died. Everything seemed to go very well.
Yeah, but you didn't use Ruby.
I'm not fucking using Ruby.
But my thing is, why would you
present me then? I'll do it on Ruby.
All right, hold on. I just want to show the amount of damage, and then absolutely.
Fine.
I wouldn't hit any of them Omega bases ever on Ruby.
No, Omega bases on Ruby is not something I'm reaching for.
I mean, I know I'm going to get some damage here and there, but
4 minutes.
Yeah, no way.
4 minutes damage. Actually, it's 4 minutes. So I'll take that any day long.
Hey, 4 minutes is good.
Yeah, that's good. That's for your repair.
Okay.
All right, let me unpresent myself.
All right, I'll go.
And let's get champ presented.
I got it.
I want to test Ruby.
Well, you test Ruby, you son of a gun.
Are you not entertained?
I think
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
Yeah, Roy, Covenant wants you to kill your shit.
I
Kill
see
champ
him.
shit.
He's out there going, kill your shit. Well, guess what?
By the way, Covenant, the
Killed
core
my
base,
shit.
the core bases are back on the map.
Omega Herald.
Kill
I
champ.
don't even know.
Yeah, now
Do I have to fully kill this? Hey, do I have to fully kill this base? Because I'm sure there's people at Porch.
I fully killed it, then and just wanted to get the Thor out of it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not going to fully
And
kill it,
Covenant
but I'll get
says
it.
killing champ shit works too.
Roy,
To be fair, it's simply just he wants to try Ruby.
I just think he just wants somebody to kill his shit. I don't really think they give a shit about the Ruby.
No, they just want you to kill your shit with or without.
I'll be rooting for champ to kill his shit now.
Yeah, see how easy they can.
But I think maybe an Omega 95 might be a little bit of a mess. Go do an Iron Strike 60. They're cheaper.
See, if you kill your shit, you get one more vote for champ for president.
What is this? An electoral college vote now?
Sure, why not?
Sure. Works in
No, I had to go
world.
look that shit up for an argument I had this afternoon.
Earlier today.
Yeah.
How do we test? We're running tests like this, and he's just going balls
Stampy's
deep.
literally. I think he's just pulled his shit out and hit Ruby.
I think he just did. I see a lot of Herald drops coming in his future.
Yeah, that's not going to be nice. Oh, I think a bunch of shit just died.
No, not yet. Not all of it. Of course, and there is lag. We'll find out.
So he's running Ardra. He's running Ardra away, so all the heralds will go after Ardra. And
Yeah, they want
the
the tail.
fucking base is just being cleaned the fuck out. Holy crap!
Heralds that will stay there for.
And
ladies and gents, this is how you Ruby
Not do it.
polarize a base when your shit is maxed. I would not
This is
recommend
what-
doing this when your shit's not maxed.
Oh, even if he's still getting his ass beat, because look at
No,
that.
but I'm saying
Sitting on a profit right now. Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah, because Ryan didn't even say
What are
run
you
for
doing,
it.
Harold?
Run.
You're supposed to go after my order, you bitch.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I do believe he said bitch.
he did say bitch.
don't do this if you don't have max units. This is not
Please
the way to
don't try this at home.
Yeah.
out. Throw that disclaimer out there. You have not have the
Not
same
that bad.
results.
It's not that bad.
Well, let's see what your repair time is.
See what my period time is.
Yeah.
Much quicker though. I can say that. Much quicker.
Roy spent a good 5-6 minutes in the base. Temp did it in like a minute.
Yes, yes. But is the minute repair time worth it? Excuse me, the minute
Probably
time
not.
repair.
What
believe
acquisition
the
would
judge
that
would-
fall under?
It wouldn't fall
12
under.
hours.
Oh, Roy wins.
12 hours, 16 minutes. And most of the damage was the war rig.
Ruby
And a
sucks.
dead caretaker. I'm going to take off that caretaker. That'll reduce it to 11 hours. But
That's a whole lot better, Jim.
most of the damage taken on my war rig, which I don't even like putting in there. So
I'm sorry, I do not see where things were dying funky. I know I was getting a lag from the show, but no, I'm sorry, I do not see.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong. I think that, honestly, it's going to be one of those areas where I'm going to say that's your fault.
Yeah, I would check to probably clean your computer. Advanced System Care is a good system to use to clean your computer.
I love that one.
Oh, we got a request in YouTube. It says, go sale.
Yeah, we hear a lot of that lately. Take Champ off present, please. And
might as well.
let's go to the last bit of the forums, would be Shadow Ups.
Job Chapter 3. And
And
we'll
there
bring
we
up the
go.
notes. I'll read it off.
Oh.
Shadow Ops Out for Blood, First Justice of Blood, Chapter 3 briefing, which is now, we're on 8.39 now, so I don't have to read the fucking story. Ugh. It's time to put an end to the Eastern Horde. Mobilize your forces and roll out. Wait a minute. I should start that again in the other voice.
Oh, God, here we go.
It's time to put an end to the Eastern Horde. Mobilize your forces and roll out. Wipe them out to win more parts from Romero and the Survivors brand new unique infantry unit. Romero reels a powerful minigun, a rocket launcher, and C4 charges. Chapter 3 contains 4 phases, which last for 72 hours once activated. You must complete Tier 3 in a phase to earn standard Romero parts. 8 parts are required to unlock Romero. Destroy specific targets on the world map to score Shadow Ups points and earn prizes. Oh, fucking hell, that thing hurts. It hurts to do.
Well, you're the one that elected to do it.
Oh,
I
don't
thought it was funny. And everyone's going to get a kick. All right, Phase 1 begins Friday, September the 28th. Hang on a minute. Phase 1? I think they got the dates wrong.
No,
That's tomorrow.
they're showing all phases. We're in phase 3 now, I do believe.
Something
Wait, what?
starts tomorrow, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So this is the new thing?
This is what they show every time now. They explain the phases.
It's a week. The dates are wrong.
No, they're not.
No, the way they phase them out
Friday
now.
the 28th, phase 1. Why are they saying phase 1 on Friday the 28th?
Phase 1. So that's next week.
No, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the 28th.
Oh shit! I thought
This is the
I
final
misread my
chapter.
own clock. I'm sorry. I'll start again.
Each chapter has 3 phases.
I honestly, I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't fucking see. I thought the 8 on the timer was a 0. I am an idiot. That's my fault. I'm
Each
sorry.
round has 3 phases.
Okay, so phase 1 begins Friday, September the 28th, and ends October the 5th at 10 a.m. Both start and finish time, and then the following 3 weeks until October the 19th. So that puts the next event October. I don't know. Phase 4 begins October the 24th. So we're looking at October the 25th for the Halloween event. That's a pretty extensive. Usually 4 phases don't. Okay, never mind. That's weird. But we'll continue with the standard Shadow Ops playthrough is 8,000 points and plus 4,000 for each one. But I don't need to tell you that. You've been doing it for fucking years. I don't need to tell you how to win tech, so you know how that's done already. Replaying phases grants a chance to win up to 3 components per cache, blah, blah, blah. Right, here's what everyone wants, is the tech. Now, this is all for the gunship, of course. The armored engine reduces burst damage taken by up to 15%. The improved engine is increased movement speed by up to 30%. The reflective wing reduces energy damage taken by up to 30%. And the titanium wing reduces sustained damage taken by up to 30%. Sharpshooter training is... The effect here is up to 6 sharpshooters spawn upon death in addition to the breaches that spawn. So you get sharpshooters and breaches. Now, the cargo hold, on the other hand, increases the amount of breaches spawned upon death up to 12.
Personally, I'd rather do the sharpshooter one.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yep.
My thoughts exactly.
Uh-huh.
So, after reviewing, okay, these things might actually become useful just to suicide the fuckers right into someone's face.
No doubt.
That tech looks interesting though, especially the one, the gold tech.
Yeah.
Uh,
Gotta have that.
The sharpshooters.
The sharpshooters, exactly. That is going to be a major.
But the question is what level?
What level?
Sharpshooters are going to be out?
Well, you would think
one.
6 levels. 6 levels to the tech.
No, I
Up
think
to
it's
6.
3. It's 3, right? Isn't it 3?
It should be 3.
Is it 3?
Yes.
It might be go 2, 4, 6 then.
Maybe it'll be the level of whatever level your gunship is.
Yeah, Phil's probably right. Might go 2, 4, 6. But that one looks interesting to me.
That is a good question. What level will be popping out of there? I do wish Storm.
That is a good question because I think the level breachers that were popping out when I was testing mine are only level 1. I don't know.
Yeah, they are.
It might be equivalent to the level of the gunship.
Yeah, that should be an interesting one. Let me see the tech. It only goes to level 3, as I thought. But,
Okay, so they'll probably go in the 2, 4, 6 barrier.
Yeah, so I'm interested in that level 3 tech, and I'm interested in the silver tech as well. The
Which particular silver tech?
I think it was minus 30%.
The energy or the sustain?
Oh, maybe it was the first one then.
That would be reduce energy damage taken by up to 30%.
Both
Okay.
of them sounds better, and both of them are going to be good.
Yeah.
Both of them it's going to have their purposes.
A 30% damage reduction is pretty damn good.
AJ in side chat says from Storm Chaser, same level snipers as you have.
Okay.
So if you got level 20 snipers,
awesome.
Well, if you get that thing to level 3 and you have max level,
If that's the case, I mean that'll make it a pretty powerful unit.
Yeah.
I'm interested. Has it been confirmed by anyone if what we saw? I think it was one of someone's video that the new plane gets shocked in midair.
That
Yeah.
was not okay. Storm Chaser confirmed that was not meant to happen, and
Yeah.
they were supposed to fix it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I have not tried mine or played to see if that has been fixed.
I'm not going to build them until I know for a fact it's been fixed.
Oh, I'm going to build them now, but I'm not going to build a ton of them.
I mean, the only way to do that is to test one against a shock unit. So, unless and that can be done off the show, and it can be a whole bunch of other shit can be done too. But at the moment, the tech doesn't look half bad.
No.
So apparently it is fixed, but we'll see.
The tech actually makes the unit so much better.
Well, like 5% better.
I'd say majorly better if you could drop level 20 sharpshooters out of the fire.
I don't see nothing with increased damage.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I said it's trash.
The sharpshooters, the sharpshooter spawning from death is
only 2. If you look at the component, it says 2.
Up to 6 sharpshooters spawn upon death, in addition to the breachers.
So what you
looking at? Level 1 will be 2, level 2 will be 4, level 3 will be 6.
Okay.
Is that 6 per plane, or
would that even work?
On death, that's 6 per plane.
That's essentially a mini siege squadron, kind of like.
That's essentially, you know, if you throw 3 of them in there and all 3 die, that's 18 sharpshooters.
Okay, I got a question. What's the space on it?
Space.
Oh, that's a good question.
Space could be
3.25.
Exactly. How many are you gonna fit in your PvP, and how much are you willing to spend when you lose that easy to kill shit?
Yeah, from what I've heard, you can put.
It doesn't.
I'm not gonna put it in my PvP. No, I'm not gonna do that.
And you're gonna waste money in main air to use that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to put that in air.
It makes no sense to use that unit.
I haven't dismissed it. I haven't dismissed it just yet. So I'm gonna see how it works, and then I'll make a judgment later.
They said 9 and max 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. 9. I'm willing to give up everything else. Hell no.
No, not near PvP.
It drops 54 sharpshooters. Something don't seem right if having whatever. I could see if you have a level 10 plane, the sharpshooters would be the same level. That's what I think. That's going to be overwhelm a base. 54 sharpshooters in a base. It should be flat easy.
Personally, I'll just stick with my siege. Screw that.
But Brian, they're not going to dump all 9 at the all 6 at the same time. It's upon death. So you're talking if one dies here and there, you know.
Well, I mean, at the moment, because Ruby doesn't work the same fucking way in the Go-Go Bar, so Go-Go Bar doesn't generally put tech on stuff.
Yeah, they're not when they spawn on death. I pretty much guarantee they're not gonna have tech on them.
Yeah,
the only way to find that out is to find a guy with max level gunships and have him drop 9 of them in your base with the tech when it comes out tomorrow.
Yeah,
but you got to
see how that works.
How easy is that tech going to come about, though? That's the thing.
Exactly.
And that's the other. We all know the tech comes out tomorrow. We all know that the sharpshooter tech's in gold, so you know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before you get even one of them, you're probably going to end up with about 5 or 6 cargo holes and a bunch of other crap to be going with it.
Yeah, that's good.
That lottery system is a piece of shit.
95s are easy.
That's a good point. That's a good point that Black Covenant brought up, the second air PvP tune. Which reminds me, this has been said before. Excuse me. For our current PvP tunes, we only have 4 ground and 1 air, right?
Are you willing to give up another ground?
Well, they should add another 6 slots to that, in my opinion. They should have a total of 12 slots for PvP tunes. And
that's
at least
a big ask.
They actually drop if you do it in Go-Go Bar. The planes, I just deployed 9 of them, and they do drop.
Yeah, the breachers drop, but it doesn't have the gold tech on them yet. So, will the tech show up in there?
That's
the thing. On top of that, those sharpshooters that drop won't be teched at all.
Yeah.
So you're looking at bog standard sharpshooters. So you're probably not going to get the effect that you're thinking you're going to get.
Yeah, especially against vehicles when you have 100% on yours and that won't be on theirs. So it's
Exactly.
Or you're going to have to play with to find out if it fits your fighting style.
Yeah, that's a big ask for me about asking for another 6 slots. But
I'd say at least 4, champ.
You need a pilot's license for that plane. Carpal tunnel people may not apply.
The only reason why I said 6 slots is because there's currently 6, and it fills up a row. So
actually, a row in the system is 5. I'm looking right at it now.
Yeah, it's 5.
Oh yeah, it's 5. Another 5 slots. Okay, so belay my last. Sorry, 5. Another 5 slots. That would be ideal, just to make it even Steven. But if they were even just to add another 1 for air, that would be great. But
the only reason the air PvP came about was because players were more willing to sacrifice 1 PvP ground platoon for it.
So it's not a major complaint or nothing. I'm just saying it would be nice. I'm not.
It would.
I'm not doing like a hashtag gold sale kind of thing on this. I'm just saying it would be nice. It would.
Well, we call that in the business. We call it a suggestion.
Yeah, it would be cool.
It would. It would. I can see why.
I can see their counter view why they wouldn't do it though. I can actually see
there's a $sign value on it.
Yeah.
And I mean,
so I understand that.
PvP generally is more profitable than PvE most of the time for large cans, big wars, that sort of thing. And I mean, increasing the value with PvP would be appropriate, and giving more people access to more PvP platoons would be a good thing. Would Kickside take it on board is another thing in general. The only thing I can say there is put it to someone like Storm Chaser and see what he thinks.
Yeah, I
more
agree
than likely it would get thrown around in a meeting somewhere at Kickside HQ, and they could talk about it.
I agree. It's a big ask, and I don't expect the world from. I mean, that's a huge ask.
Well, it's definitely going to have to go across marketing's desk.
Yeah. Marketing's going to look at us and go, ha ha.
Well, we think it's a good idea.
Out of your minds.
Good idea. The dev team might think it's a good idea. You pass those QA forms across marketing's desk, and it's like, well, we could be making this much, but if we give them this, then we're going to be making X amount less, and then they put a big fat X on it and then send it in the bin.
There's also have to go by Bernie too.
Yeah,
Bernie's a CM. He's irrelevant in this conversation.
Yeah, I think that's above Bernie's pay grade. But
definitely marketing.
He could send the proposal to him. And then they could say, "Ah, you're funny."
They can laugh me out of the fucking conversation. That's cool. I mean, it's just I'm just saying.
It's
I'm not knocking the suggestion. The suggestion is great.
Oh, the suggestion's fantastic.
But the logistics of it and trying to implement it is where you run into the wall.
You've also got the thing we call window space.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've got the scroll window in the main platoon window anyway, so that's not. I wouldn't say it's not difficult to implement, but it's easier to implement a scroll bar.
So, what about this? What about this, Phil? From kind of, I guess, like a programming kind of perspective. Mm-hmm. So, in our tunes, our PvP tunes, what if we had the ability to add both ground and air? Interchange, like have both ground and air, because currently we have 4 ground, only ground, and then only 1 air. What if we had the ability to add interchange?
Yeah, I see where you're going. The interchangeable stuff, I honestly think I think they may have tried it in the past, and that's the only reason why air platoons exist, is the fact that they either couldn't do it, or there was too many issues in implementing it as an interchangeable factor.
I could imagine where that might become programming nightmare for the development team.
Yeah, and you're looking at seven and a half years of code. You're looking at God knows how many coding and developers have worked on it. And I mean, it's one thing in the business you don't touch another man's code. That's usually the way things go. But in an extensive, I mean, Kixeye do an incredible job already. Yeah. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, of keeping this game online almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. With the exception of you never have 100% coverage. It's usually between 97, 98%, that sort of deal. It's the same thing in the server industry. You can never guarantee 100% uptime.
Yeah.
But it's an incredible task to keep something like this running as often as it has for as long as it has. And I really sound like I'm fucking sucking on the Kixeye Kool-Aid right now, but I should probably stop that.
I'm not touching that.
I'm not saying
But it's
No comment.
It's a task. I mean,
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
When my ex-employer, who I won't mention for legal reasons, does a similar thing. They've been online since the back end of 2012. And they've been online pretty much 7 days a week, 365 days a year, with the exception of downtimes, updates, and maintenance. That's the thing that you've got to worry about when it comes to programming, server problems, uptime, keeping everything running. But it's a task in itself. And to be honest, I would rather see them implement another slot of PvP stuff, 1 air, 4 ground, blah blah blah, than see them try and attempt interchangeable.
Oh yeah, I agree. If it's that much of a task, I say forget about it. That's why I can see the counter argument on that.
There are plenty of counter arguments to it. There are plenty of arguments for it, and it's balancing the pros and the cons.
Yeah.
There are far more pros to players than there are cons to players, but there are far more cons to Kickside than there are pros.
Let's write down the dollar signs. The dollar sign will not favor Kickside, so they will not swing that way. We got to understand.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than that, I think, too, right? I mean, it's just the programming
PvP in general wasn't so goddamn. I mean, they tried to reduce the cost already by implementing PvP platoons and raid platoons with the 50% cost in reduction. If PvP wasn't so goddamn expensive and the balance wasn't so skewed between one player and another, I don't think this issue would ever have come forward to begin with.
Yeah.
But because of I have to reference a post made by Will Harbin a couple of months ago that I did a podcast on a while back, where he said complacency is death because it was towards battle pirates. And I mean, this is a War Commander show, but I'm going to reference it anyway. Complacency is death. And War Commander is in that complacency right now, where Storm Chaser has come in and breathed some kind of, I don't know, air into the embers of what War Commander has left, to be perfectly honest. And so far, the reaction from the players, with the minor screw-ups, has been pretty positive. And it's good that this has happened and a new direction has come in. And hopefully this ball can continue to keep rolling and the players can be happy.
Well, I'll tell you what, the changes today were definitely positive.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree.
And so where's the pod with the real Phil in it? I am the real Phil. Okay?
No, you're
There
an
is no
imposter.
other Phil.
No, I am 100% me. I'm just not in a roasting mood.
You can't roast when they actually make good decisions, good changes. You just can't do that.
I mean, some of the stuff that they've I mean, I give Kixeye a lot of flack. I mean, I still maintain that my opinion of Kixeye is so low that they'd have to work very hard to disappoint me more than they already have.
Right.
And I still maintain that factor because they've never given me question to change it.
Yes, but with what they're doing at the moment, it's starting to maybe at least look at the situation.
It's a little more on the positive side.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can be on board with that. It's not a kicks I fucked up. Let's go fucking Legion night on everybody.
Yeah,
You know?
but let's be honest. A lot of it falls on Storm Chaser.
Storm Chaser has really come into this.
He's listened quite a bit and has tried to handle a lot. So
the downside to coming in guns blazing is several of Kicksai's development staff have come in like that. Wrongthinker came in guns blazing, and eventually he was burned out by it and was moved on to a different project.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he moved over to Battle Pirates to try and breathe life into that fucking dying piece of shit.
Well, like I
I'm
said,
sorry, how many days was that last time we talked about it? To make a ship relevant in the game right now, Battle Pirates, doesn't it take like almost a month and a half?
The last build note that I know, because I'm still on a few old BP pages with some old friends of mine are still on it. The last current build time was reduced from 40 days down to
30. I heard.
Somewhere around 22.
Damn.
Still.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
For one. If you're looking for a good heavy fleet to go PvPing, you're looking at least between 4 to 5 holes. So you're looking at nearly 100 days.
I'm sorry, but just to comment on the Navy ship war games. If you want a good ship war game, go play World of Warships.
Yes.
Ooh, yes, definitely.
Very good. I still have not made the attempt at it, but I heard
yeah. Fuck the Battle
Warships is a damn
Pirates.
fun game.
It's a piece of shit compared to World of Warships. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
This is not a kick-size show, right? We can say
Let's get back to war. Damn it.
Fuck you, fella.
There it is.
So, if you want a good warship game, play Battle Pirate or not. Don't play Battle Pirate.
Play Battle Pirate.
World of Warships, man. If you want a good warship.
Dyslexic ass.
There you go.
Well done, champ.
Champ,
you.
remind me, I need more beer in life.
Let's
Right?
bring this all in here and touch on the last thing I wanted to touch on. A lot of people don't understand these war effort things. Once again, I don't understand raids, and I get the PMs all the time. Why do you make a big deal out of these raids?
Raids are everything, man.
Raids are everything. And I'm going to turn my screen share on. We're going to go through it one more time. I know we have in the past. It's been a while. So let's do it again to make sure people understand this, because this does make a difference in a clan.
Especially with a clan like yours,
You've
got a fairly big clan.
Yeah.
War efforts. I can tout the fucking the bestness of war efforts, especially when you're in an event or a war situation and you need fast resources, or you need the extra damage, or you need the extra defense. War efforts are a thing, and you should take as much advantage of them as you can. You should.
Prime example is right here. You get the destroyer. Now the destroyer, if you look at it, it's show up. Damn it, there it is. Boost unit damage by 25%.
Excuse me.
Then you have the Guardian. Boost defensive structures damage by 25%. And, of course, the Pillage. Boost.
I still disagree with the fact that they took away the week-long ones, but...
I argue with that all the time, but, we can't win every damn fight. Those cost 1,000 of these things every time we turn them on.
At least make the resource one for a week. Come on.
No.
They put the bases out every day, so that's...
Yeah, the bases are out now nonstop. So
if they're out nonstop, then that's excellent.
So now you have all these are active for my clan. As you can see, they last 12 hours. We turned them on earlier. We're running them, and you have to do the raids. Do the intel bases. You get to 1,000 intel. Cost 500 to activate them. And then each one of those raids, I think you do the raid in a gold chest. Where the hell are the chests at? 750 for if you do it under 45 minutes, 500 for under 50 minutes, 300 under 55, and if you do it in an hour by yourself, say you get 150. Now, our clan usually will take about 10 minutes to 15 minutes because you only have to do 9 bases. You don't have to do the gold.
But it's like if you do both of the gold bases, you're done.
Right. And then each one of these bases also gives you 50 supply towards these efforts. So 9 bases times 50 is what? 450?
With the gold, you still have to do it too.
Yeah. If you do the gold bases, they just give you extra amounts of supplies.
It's 250.
Plus also legendary tokens, but they count as part of the 9 bases. Even if you do both golds, you still got to do 7 more bases.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they changed the rules.
Yep.
Usually, if you did both of the gold bases, you were done.
Yeah. Now your max, each one of those efforts takes war efforts takes 1,000. You can hold up to 10,000 supply. They last 12 hours, so you can just keep turning them on when you have plenty of supplies. And since the bases are out all the time, you can do them. Now, Champ, you're in here, right? You're on the. Could you put a couple tunes in your raid, and we'll knock out a couple raid bases real quick live?
Sure.
Oh, I can get into it if you want as well.
Now the rule is with this thing is one thing. First, it's electric's always a good thing.
Oh
Yeah, that reminds me.
It's electric is a good thing. Now I'm going to show you what I'm running in my tunes, and I haven't moved the one over. I do it the lazy way. I'm not even gonna lie about it.
It's a good way. Also a good way to test your Ruby too. Yeah,
another good way to test your Ruby. As you can see, I have Phalanx. I want to move another Phalanx over. I'm going to show you a couple different things about this. One of the things, if you do this, you don't even have to leave your inside of your base. Okay, you literally can hit the map from inside your base. I do not do that because as soon as you finish a base, that platoon automatically starts repairing. So personally, I go out to the world map. I come out here.
All right, guys.
The raid is active. As
I'm
you
logging
see.
in.
Camp activated it. All we got to do is click on one of the bases.
Go get your intel, guys who are watching.
And with a large clan like ours, if you're not in the raid, you are getting those intels. Now we're going to overfill, yes, I know, but it's still just to show these bases. I got a dead tune here. I don't care if I kill it. As you can see, I'm going full screen. Ruby is kind of on, but not on. Now, how I attack this base, me preferably, because I have its electric on. I'll probably finish this damn tune off.
That shit is gonna murder that tune.
Oh, I got its electric on.
I hate them stupid Iridium armor units. Ugh.
One of the other things also to be aware of when you do this base, take the power plants out. It does help.
And you got the worst bases of them all.
Yes, I do.
It seemed to load pretty quick though for you.
Yes, it did. Actually, I was going to mention
that?
It did load incredibly fast. I'm not gonna lie.
The worst load base there is.
Wow. That's a major improvement by Kicks, I have to say.
Yes, I agree. Major improvements have been made. Once again, I really thank Storm Chaser. I know this was something that they were proposing. They must have really busted their ass to get it right before the event ended. As you can see, this tune is screwed, but it was screwed when I came in. And you only have to kill the buildings in this one, not all the units. So as long as I get all, what the hell did I miss? Oh, this one.
You missed the storm at the back.
You can pretty much, if you take your time, which I hate doing, but
what the hell did I miss?
You do have to kill the unit.
No, you don't. No, I must have missed something in here.
See, oh, there we go.
And as you can see, gives me my supplies. My supplies will buy those war efforts.
Yep.
And Ghost Rider jumped in. I've jumped in. As you can see, somebody is getting the intel at the same time.
The only bases where you're going to take
damn base again. There are multiple bases.
On these raids, the only major damage you're really going to take, or minor, medium damage you'll take, are from the gold bases.
I use DS and Dara and Jug. I do an hour repair. Whatever that thing is.
that's about the most prepared you're gonna get.
Yeah, I'll do about an hour and something. And I'll do gold bases.
Now, my clan, the rule of thumb is we do 3 bases. Now, one of the benefits also is this that we didn't touch on is you get the diamond tech for doing these raids.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lottery on who's going to be the lucky one to get it.
And only one of the 3 will get it. So
that's always best.
I already got all my diamond tech, so it's either going to be Champ or Ghost is going to get diamond tech, which either one of them are always going to.
And that's the good thing that they've actually made that a thing where all the guys that don't have the diamond tech will be able to get the diamond tech.
Yes, absolutely.
I did a raid before. I did 6 of the bases. Somebody jumped in. He's the one that got the diamond tech.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The bad news is if your clan doesn't work together, know what's going on, somebody jumps in when they're not supposed to. So you try to be organized. My group, we stay very organized. I usually run a clipboard. Everybody gets a nice round robin in there. We've had up to 20 people doing between intel and raids at one time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's sometimes I got a clipboard. This group stays with this group, and this is he's done. So cross him off and move him up. Get a little hectic. But I always make sure everybody gets a shot at the diamond techs.
Yeah.
Now I have a question for Champ and Roy.
Yeah.
Did you get your bishop, Roy? I'm sorry.
We're not done yet.
This is my favorite. This is called the wagon.
Oh, they kept the convoy base in.
They kept the convoy.
Convoy base was always my favorite one.
With its electric on, it's not a big deal. I even with this dead tomb, and boy, is it dead. I might just retreat that.
I used to be the luckiest bastard in the world. I'd get 3 of these in a row.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is what we call the wagon wheel. Everybody loves the wagon wheel. Everybody wants the wagon wheel because
it's the best base.
You just drive around.
Just go around in circles. I'm in one too.
It's electric. Beautiful, beautiful system.
What is your question, Nicole?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Killer Queen.
I was going to ask Champ and Roy, since this update, I don't know, but seeing it, there's that delay between Hangout to YouTube, but watching you guys, and I'm watching from the YouTube aspect
smooth.
of it, it's looking a lot smoother. I don't see where y'all are getting the lag y'all used to have after this update.
I'm going to say it. We are not getting the lag that once upon a time.
I'm not really.
He literally went from one base to another base in less than 30 seconds.
No, I'm just saying, but the actual in-play lag, you're
I'm not getting that either. I'm not getting the in-play lag, the loading lag. I'm not getting that today. Even with the Hangout going, because remember, this
as I was saying, it eats up bandwidth.
And
it eats up bandwidth, it eats up CPU, it'll eat up your memory as well. But at the moment, it's literally like he was.
I mean, it looks
playing the actual. There's no even lag between the game and the Hangout at this point. That's how smooth it is.
Yeah, it's usually
whatever they did today. I'm gonna say
right. Do me a favor.
Yeah,
now I know you've done your 3rd base. Will you bring up your task manager for me?
That's a good option.
I want to see your memory usage right now.
That's
I know
a good
you've done
option.
3 bases, and I know there's a kickside thing with 3 bases. What's your memory usage for Chrome?
Go ahead, Champ.
My memory.
You're in game room, so at the moment you're at a gig of memory.
Yep.
Well, just over, but that's incredible. It is legitimately it's incredible to see memory usage that low. Because usually, and I've in the past, after you've done 3 or 4 bases, that shoots up. And I mean, I run 32 gigs of memory, and I've seen it eat 4, 5, 6 gigs worth of stuff to try and just keep, because that's and it honestly, it looks like they've finally fixed that fucking memory leak.
It looks like they did something. I'm happy as hell. I'm not going to even lie about it. They literally go from base to base like I just did is normally unheard of. But one of the things is I'm also not loading my base in between attacks. By staying on the map, I'm not loading my base.
Well, I just wanted to mention the fact that it's really smooth. So, I mean, and with you guys being the players that share a lot, and even the other day prior to this this update, Champ was doing something live, and you could hear him going, You damn bitch, because
Yeah,
the WAG
what
just
was that
tore him
concept?
up.
I was going to
The lag
mention
killed
that.
him.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
It was the mid-event show last week, and it
Yeah.
was that 75 base in the event
I'll tell you what. If
where I
it,
tried to deploy my air, and I could barely move anything. And this is while I was screen sharing with you guys, and
Yeah, and we
yeah, so
saw it.
it was. This is, for I guess future sharing purposes. It's
Iron says full intel.
we did. We were. That's what a working clan does. And that way, if somebody else, now we will overfill. Our clan will overfill. If people want, like when the sharpshooter tech came out, I had 20 or so people on wanting to get that fucking sharpshooter tech. So we literally sat there and overfilled. We did raids for 4 hours straight.
And what was funny was that the ones that didn't get it started threatening ones even wanting the ones that did just for shits and giggles. It was funny as hell.
The funniest was father and son, Darkbird and Sandman. I thought they were going to kill each other. I can't believe you got that. It's your first one out. Oh my god, it was hilarious. But the thing is, even when they got I got done, I didn't need the diamond tech. I still got out there. Okay, you're a little short in this group. I'll help this group, and they have a 50-50 shot. One of them's going to get it.
Exactly. I mean, when you get to that point, especially when you're all running for Diamond Tech, and you got 20 people running for Diamond Tech, and you've got maybe some of them can't do 3 bases at once because their units aren't high enough, and it happens.
Oh,
it happens, and you get guys like Roy and guys like Champ and Sark and others that will jump in and cover and do the rest of the stuff.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
And let other people get the tech for it, and that's
is one of our lowest players in our group, and I'll put her in my group with somebody like Champ, also, or used to be Knucklefutz when he was playing all the time, and I put them in our group, and she would just attack the base, let go. We would do the raid itself. She'd get the diamond tech.
Yeah. That's the and I'm glad that system exists.
Yeah, it helps the lower players for sure.
And I can already hear, well, that's like giving them stuff but if they don't ever get stuff, there's no way for them to get it.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Hey guys, I just need to brag. I just got the bishop.
I already got it.
Thank you very much.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Good job.
Good job.
Well, my thing is, people always sit there and they say, if you're just giving them something away for free, but if you're not willing to build your own clan up, what's the point in having a clan?
Exactly.
Yeah. What we do in our clan is none of your damn business. If it's cheating, I mean, if it's cheating, that's something different. But if it's helping each other out, that's not. There's no rules or terms of service that
well, it's not
prevents us from doing that.
Fuck off.
And yeah.
No, it's one player helping another.
Yeah. So mind your own business when it comes to your.
I do hope this clarifies that the raids are important, ladies and gentlemen.
They're incredibly important.
I mean, you get so many important things out of that between the Diamond Tech, the war efforts, and overall clan working together, learning to work together. All of that is crucial. Showing that you're on the same page, it really builds a team effort.
Just like Ian said in the YouTube chat, pay it forward.
Yeah,
exactly. Legit.
Jessica's she already started doing raid bases. Don't get me wrong, she does 1 or 2, but she can't quite get that third without killing that damn tune.
Give me a few weeks, I'll make her into a monster.
Well, the thing is, the fact that she's even putting her foot forward to make an effort killing 2 bases, she's not going in there and just riding the piggyback.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is one of the benefits. Like I said, guys, this is all the stuff that other clans. I've heard people literally say, "My clan never did that," and I'm going, "Why?"
I think I was one of the people that told you that.
Oh, I'm talking about even outside of our clan. I mean, outside the show. I mean, people PM me. Those war efforts much? Yes, they do. They are important. They make your stuff strong. You go into war, your stuff's stronger than them. Oh, he's got a level 20, but my level 20 kills him. Well, yeah, I probably have the diamond tech and I have the war efforts on. So guess what? My shit is going to kill you.
Bye,
So-
Felicia.
25% doesn't sound like much, but it does.
Well, 25% plus your 6% with the diamond text, 31%.
I don't think they stack that way, but
Yes,
there's a cumulative effect.
Yes.
Hey, I wanna touch on that real quick too.
Go
About
ahead.
the Diamond Tech. Good question was brought up by Beamer up in Discord chat, and the question was, with the Bishop Diamond Tech, does it boost your surrounding units with that surrounding?
Boost the fire rate.
Does it boost the fire rate of the surrounding unit as well as the damage?
Well,
Because
let's go take a look.
That Diamond Tech is 10%, but it does it another. Does it?
I think it's
like,
just.
If you
I
have
don't think Diamond Tech boosts the aura.
Yeah,
I don't think it does that.
I know it's not going to boost the aura, but at max at level 6 or is it level 4? Excuse me, level 4.
Damage dealt.
Yeah. I know what it does. I know what it does. It's plus 10% damage to all units or some shit, and minus 10% damage taken. So does it add that trait to surrounding units?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm trying.
I wouldn't expect it to.
Yeah, and the other thing with the Bishop that I'm questioning here, it does not act like a caretaker. It doesn't seem to stick with your.
Oh, it don't stick with your shit.
Yeah, it doesn't. Even I noticed my caretaker's not even sticking with my units. I had my stuff on Ruby during the raid, and the Ruby just seemed at the end to go back and like go on its own for some reason.
I love it when the caretakers. Sorry.
It seems to still do that, and the caretaker, you should be able.
They run away when they get damage.
Well, yeah, you should be able to latch it
Beeline
on.
backwards.
Yeah.
Look, let's be honest. I'm still not. I'm one of the guys that's still probably in the fence with the Bishop. I mean, it just does not act like I thought it would. I mean, I thought literally maybe you could stick it to one unit, like stick it in my base, say against the judge, and just lock it on like I can lock it on with the caretaker being on aggressive. Doesn't work like that. So I mean, it's kind of funky unit, and you really got to learn to work with it, or you're not going to like it. And personally, I'm still trying to. I want to learn to work with it. So
now I have a question. With you guys, doing the raids, doing after that Diamond Tech, that Relic Tech of it, how are the upgrade times on that? I mean, I think everybody
a little longer than I prefer.
You're telling the community, it's really a good idea to chase after these, obtain them. What do they have to look forward to when it comes to the upgrade process and the time for these Diamond
Nothing
Techs?
but pain and suffering.
Yeah, basically because like the day for upgrade from 1 to 2 is 3 days right off the bat. The resource is only 50 million oil and metal, but I mean it's literally 3 days on the first level. Yes, there's only 3 upgrades. There's going from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4. So you've got 3 upgrade days, but it's like 3, 3.5, 4. I think it went. Can't remember. But I mean, it's just. They're a little long, but for what they are, I guess you can really say, okay, they're worth it.
It's 15 days, Roy. 3, 5, and 7 is what.
There you go. See, it's way longer than even I thought.
So it's only 3 levels.
So 3, 5, and 7 days. So you're talking 15 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're a little long. They are a lot longer, but it's one of those things. Do you think they're really worth it? I like my Diamond Techs. I love them on the sharpshooters. I love them on everything I put them on. So far, I've been very happy with. I'm not even going to say I'm not, because I am. Of course, I have everyone available right now. Do I have them all on units? Some of them I never put them on. The Phalanx I have them on every single one. But
And it's a universal tech, correct? They can
one time win.
Once you get it, you can put it on every one of them, correct?
Yeah. When you win it, You can stick it on everything you got, every phalanx you got. For
It
example.
just costs a shitload of Thor, so it's
And to everybody who goes back and watches this show, I'm not stupid. I'm putting the questions out there for you right now so you don't have to ask them later.
Yeah. And one of the things to be aware of, some of these techs are 6 million Thor per unit. And if you got, like I do, 7 tunes of phalanx, guess what? It's a little costly. And then especially when that Snow Bear era was going and you couldn't reworkshop them without stripping them. Oh, God, that was a mess.
According to the updates, they fix that, hopefully. But
hopefully,
just as a suggestion out there to you guys in the community and people on YouTube, I would upgrade them to 4 before you equip your units.
Depending on the unit. I mean, right now for the Bishop, it's 2,500,000 Thor. That's not too bad because you're not going to have like 50 of them.
Yeah, I would just upgrade them to 4 before you start equipping them because it's less Thor. That's all.
All right. On that note, is there anything else? Any more questions coming from YouTube, coming from people out there that really would like us to touch up on anything?
Oh, yeah, I have one other thing.
Go ahead.
Gold sale.
No.
Damn, he went there. He did.
I'm not going there, man. For those of you out there who haven't been watching the news, I just want to say, back in high school, I went to a lot of parties and I actually drank beer. And occasionally I did have a beer on the weekday. So if you don't know what that means, well, maybe if you watch the news, you'll know about it.
Keep your hands to yourself, champ. Keep your hands to yourself.
So yeah, I just want to put that out there just in case anything comes up, because I'm 40 years old, and if anything comes up like 15 years from now, for an allegation made against me like 36 years ago, or something like that. I want to make that precisely. I did go to high school.
You're killing me here, dude.
I don't remember everything, but yeah, I did have a beer in high school, and I don't have a calendar, but I did. I'm guilty.
Did he really just go there?
Oh, he still went there.
Hey, champ. When you actually run for president, you're going to hear about all the epic shit you forgot about because there's somebody who knows it.
I can't believe he went there.
When Champ runs for president, they are going to dig
It's been on my mind all day, man. It's a freaking circus, man.
Is mine a circus or the news?
Well, I don't know. Maybe both.
Oh my God! I'm just dying over here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't see any more questions. I guess right now we can wrap this baby up and get the hell out of here.
Wait, Roy. Tyrone, he's got a question. He says, I've cleared my cache, my browser. Should I clean my underpants or no? LOL.
Definitely should. It's called one last thing. Just make sure that you do unplug your router every now and then, your modem. That helps clear that shit out. Also gets you a new line that might be faster or more of a direct line to the pole or to wherever your provider is. People forget about that all the time. That is one thing that does help. All right, so let's go down the panel here and give our shout outs. Black Ninja, why don't you go first?
All right, I want to give a shout out to the community, everybody in YouTube, everybody on the panel, and a big shout out to Storm Chaser with the new performance issue. With the new performance, which is working greatly. Next.
Okay, simple and easy. Killer B.
I give a shout out to YouTube, the panel, and a shout out to Kickside for all these improvements because I'm actually doing a raid now. And with this non-lag, it's actually my phalanx are moving around. I'm having less losses. So thank you, Kickside, for that. And also a special shout out to the panel because I know somebody's going to give me a shout out because I kept my mouth shut today and I was pretty clean-minded. That's it.
Bragging about your own self is kind of like I don't know how to describe that, but that's just
You narcissistic shit.
I take that as a shout out. Thank you.
All right, so let's go to Champ before something else happens.
Oh yeah, you want a shout out for me?
Uh-oh.
Really? After what I just said? Jesus, man, you give me all the fucking airtime here, man. Might as well. Shout out to Z-Man. Really sorry for your loss. I hope things go well for you. Prayers. God bless. Shout out to Kickside. They did an excellent job with the updates. I'm actually really surprised. The visuals. I thought my eyes were broken looking in the game today. So they did a fantastic job with. I haven't tested all the updates so far, but I'll give them a grade next week. See how they all did. Shout out to you guys on the panel. Roy, thanks for having me on a show. It was a good, positive show. Last week it's been kind of toxic, and I just want to say shout out to Kicksai. I apologize personally for anything I may have said. But we like to have you to communicate with, and it's been a kind of a toxic environment. I'm not blaming anybody. I'll blame myself. Okay, I'll throw myself out there. I'll take the brunt of the blame for it. But we'd love to have you back communicating with us as you have been. So come back to the shows anytime, Storm Chaser. We'd love to have you in the side chat. Once again, I sincerely apologize for anything I have done.
Okay.
That's all.
Rebel Outlaw.
First, most importantly, is a shout out to Z-Man and his family. Your prayers and thoughts are with me, and I hope you get back on your feet as soon as possible. And then the shout out to you, Roy, for the show. I haven't been on here lately because of
you're chasing cows. Let's be honest.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys don't know I'm a real cowboy, so I'll put it out there.
He does work really on a ranch, ladies and gentlemen. So, all you women out there that play War Commander that want a good cowboy, there he is. Probably just got the trouble with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And Iron said Mo. I said Moo.
The community, you all have been great. I enjoy each and every participation that I get to do with you, whether it's PvP or showing you any bases or anything like that. The next, I guess, would be I guess that'll be it. I guess the panel, and that'll be it.
Okay. Killer Queen.
Hey. No, shout out to the panel and everybody. Thanks for having me here again on another lovely Thursday night. The beer is cold. The beer is good. God bless this world. It's beautiful.
My beer's empty.
Well, get off your
Yours is always
lazy
empty.
ass and go to the fridge. Shout out to YouTube. Thanks for joining us again on another Thursday night. To kind of follow up on what Champ said, yeah, this past week's been kind of toxic in the environment. I'm not sorry for anything I did. I did what I did. I said what I said. I don't live in the past. I move forward. So, with that being said, have a great night, everybody. And tomorrow is the new Shadow Op phase. Bases are probably going to be different, so anticipate that and keep on keeping on.
Okay. Pizza.
Shout out to Storm. He did one hell of a job on this update. You gotta give credit where credit's due, and to his team. Shout out to the panel. Good show. And YouTube land. Enjoy. See you guys Sunday.
Okay. Socrates, you here to give your shout outs or are you busy again?
Meow meow.
I'll take the silence as busy. The immortal one, please, your shout outs.
Of course, my shout out goes to you guys, the panel, all the guys that are watching. Huge shout out to Z-Man. I mean, that's some. That guy has to be the unluckiest motherfucker on the planet at the moment. I mean, he's gone through some shit, but big shout out from me. And over the next coming days, there'll be more than enough outcries to try and get him on his feet at least, so we can, hell, put some fucking clothes on his back, let alone anything else.
His children.
Yep.
That too.
Single father of 3.
We love you, Z-Man.
You got some mad respect here, from everyone here, your clan especially, and from myself. There'll be more than enough outcries, and we'll take care of you as best we can. And of course, Kixeye have actually done something that even shocked me with a lot of the performance situations that they've done in this update. I'm shocked and surprised that they've managed to pull it off. Well done. And take it easy.
Okay, Ghost.
Shout out to the panel, YouTube. I'm so sorry to hear what happened, Z-Man. I pray for you and your family to get it back to as close to normal as humanly possible, or as you can make it humanly possible. That type of shit doesn't happen every day, but when it does happen, it's good to be able to find out who actually are your friends and family that really do care and really do help. So God bless all of them for stepping up and helping out. Even if it's just prayers, as per community, this show is just to help the community become better, and at the same time, to say what's right with Kixeye and what's wrong. And even with the stuff that was said last week, I don't even apologize for anything that I've said, and hope that everything progresses forward for the future and in the right direction.
Okay. So that brings us to, excuse me.
Well, Socrates too.
Sock's back?
Uh-huh.
Sock. Last call.
He unmuted.
Meow meow.
Meow.
Meow. There he is.
I'm doing a raid, and my tunes aren't responding to nothing. They're just moving around on their own.
Oops.
Yeah, better think about refreshing on that one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Z-Man was having a little work done on his house, Charles. And what happened was he was away from the house, so he wasn't there when it happened. But at 3 a.m. This morning, his house, there was a fire. It completely burned down. There's a structure, but there's no way to rebuild it. Him and his kids are safe. They weren't home, but it's a complete loss. So unfortunately, Z-Man right now is staying with family, but he's literally got to wait to get everything, insurance taken care of, which will be, they said, minimum 30 days. So, I mean, everything is gone.
There was a house that was in this neighborhood about a year and a half ago. Unfortunately, it took up until now to be able to get it started rebuilding for the insurance.
The problem, that's one of the things we were talking about, but we found out GoFundMe takes a huge cut. So we're not happy about that. So we're thinking about just either doing communication, tell you guys where to send gift cards or whatnot directly to him, which would probably be the best way, because that way he can get stuff. I mean, he has a 3-year-old son, a 7-year-old daughter, and I forget how old the other one is. They're not very old. They're babies, basically. He did say, yes, the insurance company did come out and give him something some kind of fun to get them going. But if you guys think about this in your heads, to be honest, you get this fun, you get yourself somewhere you can actually lay your head every night. Then you got to buy food, you got to buy clothes, shampoos,
Toiletries.
Basic necessities of what we call necessities of life. That money goes real quick.
And he's lucky he's got family because not everybody has that option.
Yeah.
Yes, there's options you can be put up in a hotel, but let's be honest. Who the hell wants to live in a hotel for 30 days? I want my damn roof.
Room service is fucking expensive, man.
Well, some insurances, depending on your insurance, will put you up.
True.
I personally do not want to do that. God, I would not want to do that. I lived on the road as it was. It sucks.
Especially with 3 little children. Oof.
Exactly. You want normal. You want simple. You want to be able to go in and out, have your son do whatever he needs to do. So
you want to have your own time for yourself too.
Yeah, being all in one room or 2 rooms ain't gonna cut it.
Some form of stability.
Exactly.
So what we're doing, I was gonna get with Z-Man. I don't know if he already laid down. Like I said, we're trying to figure out what the best options are. So it's just one of those things right now. It's very, very complicated for him.
Yeah.
So big shout out to him, guys. Keep your prayer. Keep an eye on the Situation Room page, and or PM me directly, and I can tell you where to send the gift cards to if you want to send him a gift card or something. Just to get, I mean, even if it's $10, I mean that's $10 that's going to help put a shirt on his son's back right now. Not that he doesn't work; he's got a job, but you're talking about restarting your whole damn life. Your normal paycheck's not going to do that every day.
Yeah.
So don't think we're asking him because he's some kind of bum. He's not. He doesn't even want us doing this. But as a community that we are, we should all step forward, even just by prayers alone. He could really use some luck.
We've done it before, and we'll do it again.
I mean, when it's one of your own, one of our own.
Yeah.
This isn't just a game. This becomes a family, whether people want to admit or not. We have our enemies in the game. Yeah, guaranteed. It's a war game.
I don't wish death on anybody.
We also have those people in this game that we may never meet in our life physically, but they have a place in our hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the entire deal. So big shout out to him. And Z-Man, of course, I'll be talking to you again. I know, like he says, he's not able to do everything he wants to do at this time. Because normally he jumps on the panel. So, but unfortunately, he's not able to do everything. I'm glad he's just able to still be in communication with us.
I'm glad he's alive and his family's okay.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for small mercies in this point. I mean, nobody was injured or killed.
Exactly.
Not even, no hair on any head was scathed. I mean, nobody was harmed in any way, shape. That itself is a blessing.
It really is.
So on that note, I want to give a shout out to my panel. Thank you all for coming. Champ, thank you for once again killing your shit. For once it wasn't. Big shout out to you for coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Pay attention to the Situation Room page. Hopefully we'll get to work out something, at least some way to help Z-Man out in the future. And on that note, guys, big shout out to Storm Chaser. As much as we talk, as much as we disagree, go back and forth, you've really knocked this damn update out of the park.
I agree.
So thanks once again. We're out of here. Have a good night. Be safe.
Good night, y'all.
Later.
Everybody.